Hello everyone and welcome back. Today we're taking a look at Percy and the Bandstand, the final Season 12 release. Oh my god, I am so excited. I'm finally done with this season. I could not be more excited. So, let's stop wasting time and get right into it here. So, this was released onto DVD on July 14th of 2009. We just had its anniversary pass a couple of days ago, so happy late birthday, I guess, but nobody's really celebrating this. But yep, that is the only release date of this. I was also put out. I should also mention the adventure pack. So the adventure pack was like a combination of all the season 12 releases, and that was released on November 16th of 2010. Yeah, I don't think I ever mentioned that in any other episode of season 12, so thought I mentioned that here. So, let's take a look here. So before we get into this, I would like to thank Gordon Fano for providing this for me. We did a Secret Santa thing. We always do this with our little friend group, but we did a Secret Santa thing this year, and he got me this, which I'm very grateful for, so thank you, JT, if you're watching this. So up at the top right, we have Thomas and Friends. We got a hot air balloon up there because there's no episode that centers on a hot air balloon in this. We have Percy and the Bandstand. I like this font. Pretty cool. And we have some musical notes on the side here. Absolutely terrifying picture of Percy here, and then Thomas is just kind of in the background there. He looks just so awkwardly placed there. Then we have the Bandstand right back there. Right down there, I believe that is the exact same photographer from the back of the Railway Friends DVD. I believe. I'm not sure. Join Thomas and his friends in these stories of adventure and celebration. Cool. And instead of, let's see, yellow, orange, and blue, we now have green. I just like the green a little more than the blue. The green pops a lot, and I like that. This is probably the best cover. It has a lot of nice settling colors. It's very appealing. It doesn't feel very Photoshoppy. I really like how it looks. On the side here, we have the Hit logo. I should get close to the mic, I'm sorry. We have the Hit logo, Thomas logo, Percy, and the Bandstand. Percy right there, distributed by Lionsgate. I should also mention that this is the final release, technically, to not feature Thomas as like the main focus. I know he is here, but Percy's kind of taking up the whole cover. Every single release after this will feature Thomas as the main focus, which I'm not a huge fan of. Technically, that was with Percy of the Rescue, but Percy is front and center here, even though Thomas is still in here. So yeah, that's kind of lazy and kind of like corporate, in my opinion, but who cares? The back here is really cool. Actually, we have all the narrow gauge engines. Well, not all of them. We have 3. We have the logos up here. We have this little description as well. DVD features Songs of Sodor game, 3 read-along songs, and a list of stories. That's pretty interesting. So we have Toby's Special Surprise, Duncan and the Hot Air Balloon, The Man in the Hills, and Percy and the Bandstand. Those are just fine episodes. We'll talk about them more later. I didn't actually read these because I don't really care. But I assume these are somewhat in the correct order. I don't know. We also have another Driver Arkwright thing right there. Only on DVD, meet Driver Arkwright. He helps your time hat and also helps you learn about Thomas throughout these stories. His segments in here are not as interesting as Team Up with Thomas. This one is kind of generic. He's just getting ready for a trip with Thomas. Like, he's getting his clothes on. He's checking his map. He's making his lunch. It's fine, I guess. I do really like the performance. Somebody left a comment on Team Up with Thomas with the actor's name. I'm sorry, I don't remember what the name is off the top of my head again. Sorry. But yeah, we have Peter, Sam, Duncan, and Fearless Freddy right there. Get ready for a party with freight loads of fun. Wow. Great pun. And then we have the Thomas logo, or the Thomas website link right there. And then all that right there. Again, another reprinted case, or a reprinted version, I should say. So it's probably from like 2000, maybe late 2009, 2010, around that. But yeah, we have an eco case. This is actually the last time we will not see Thomas on a disc, if I'm not mistaken. There are two releases that are like compilations of the model series. Those are The Greatest Stories and Engine Friends. I have The Greatest Stories. I don't have Engine Friends, and those come with 2 discs. So I don't know if Thomas is on both of those, but for now, I believe this is the only or the final disc in which Thomas does not appear on. So cool there. Well, yep. That's really all we have for the release here. So, yeah, this looks like it's going to be a bit of a shorter episode. We'll talk about the actual episodes on here. So, Toby Special Surprise. I do like how it kind of builds the world of Sodor more, introducing the Sodor tramways. But it's just not very interesting. Toby's kind of stupid. Duncan and the Hot Air Balloon, another very, very dumb story. You could literally swap out Duncan with any character, and it would work just fine. I mean, I thought Scarlet would be a fine character to be on here, or to star in that. The Man in the Hills. I hate this episode so much. This episode is awful. It's just Thomas is so stupid. I don't like it at all. Percy and the Bandstand is actually kind of a novelty. So we get CGI troublesome trucks, which you don't get too much until like season 16, season 17. We get Jack and Alfie. That's pretty interesting. Other than that, though, it's a fine story. We get Lady Milfer, I should say, or whatever her name is, Lady Hat. I didn't call her Milf. Shh, I didn't say that. It's fine. But yeah, that's it. That's the last bit of season 12 we're going to cover. So these episodes are not great. Season 12 overall is abysmal. I think it is the worst model season. The animation, it was a cool idea, I get it, but this is 2008, and CGI animation, it was pretty big at the time, but for Thomas, it was just awful. Like, look at the cover, just look at that cover, look at how awkward Thomas's face looks. Look at how awkward Percy's face is. I don't know, I just don't think they were ready at the time. If they waited about a year or two, I think they could have had something really nice on their hands. But yeah, my favorite episode of season 12 is probably either Gordon Takes a Shortcut or that might be it. I kind of like Mountain Marvel. Kind of. I don't remember it wholly, but I remember it being somewhat okay. And then I don't think I gave much praise to James Works It Out last week. But I love that episode just from Michael Brennan's narration for Hector. Oh my gosh, it is amazing. Yeah. The worst episodes, I don't know. I think they're all bad. Like, even the good episodes aren't, like, great. I would have actually really liked to see what Pierce Brosnan did with the season. If you don't know, I'm pretty sure you all do, but Pierce Brosnan was supposed to narrate up to season 14, but I assume because he found out that they were switching to full CGI, he left after that. And I'm pretty sure he would be appalled by this animation too. But I don't remember if I mentioned this in any other episode, but they animated Pierce Brosnan's narration to the characters. So the characters' mouths are actually moving to Pierce Brosnan rather than Michael Brennan or Michael Angelis. And then when Pierce left and Hig got both of the Michaels back, they actually had to dub their voice over the lip syncing, which is very complicated, I know. But the film nerd in me understands it. But yeah, basically Michael Brennan had to sync up his voice to the characters instead of having the animators sync his voice up to their animation and such. And it's very noticeable, and Michael Brennan's narration is just awful. Like, his Sir Topham Hatt voice is terrible. He sounds like a chain smoker. He yells so many lines. In fact, in The Man in the Hills, it's so obvious that a lot of his narrated engine voices have changed. Like, Sir Handel's voice is like, I'm going to tell you a Man in the Hills story. They are his favorite. Like, why does he sound like that? And I hate Scully and Ernie's voices. It's like, hello, I'm Scully. It's not like that. It's a bit more annoying. But their faces in this are also really, really bad. I think Peter Sam's voice is kind of okay. And then I don't remember Rusty's voice. Duncan's voice has always been consistent. Freddy's voice is also fine. And then I don't remember Mighty Max. But Yeah, they really did the narrow gauge dirty in this kind of era, especially in like season 9, season 10. Ugh, terrible. But yeah, no Roy the Racing Car episode on here, which is interesting. We actually have some classic series stuff on here. The 3 read-along stories are of Toby and the Flood, A Better View for Gordon, and Busy Going Backwards. Those are taken from Track Stars. Yeah. We'll go through the trivia here. This is the second to last US Season 12 DVD to feature Mr. Arkwright. Second to last? I thought it was the last. Maybe he's on Holiday Express? Because Mr. Perkins will take over from Splish, Splash, Splosh. That's going to be a hard title for me to say. And he does that all the way until Christmas on Sodor. I could be wrong, though. But yeah, this is actually the last DVD until Christmas on Sodor to feature the stories written on the back, so that's pretty interesting. This was the only Season 12 DVD release to not be released in Latin America. Okay. And this is the only Season 12 DVD to not feature the Word of the Racing Car episode. Okay, we already covered that. Yeah, that's really all we have to say. This release is adequate. It's probably the most appealing, like, visually of all the Season 12 releases, but content-wise, no. That's going to be the whole episode here. Thank you guys so much for watching. We have one more model series DVD to feature or to cover, but this is the last model series release that has new content. Holiday Express features, I believe, 6 episodes from season 3 to season 11, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, we'll be taking a look at that next week, and I will be addressing some possible changes next week. I have not decided if they are going to be permanent changes or not, but I'm going to be changing this. Probably going to be changing this series' schedule. I will not get into that more. I will get into that more next week, though. So yeah, that's all we have for today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you later. Bye.